I just want to introduce myself briefly. My name is Tom Lopez. I'm the current director of the Office of Education, Outreach, and Enforcement. And I wanted to take a few minutes today to talk to you about that office, Education, Outreach, and Enforcement, and EOE for short. So our office commenced operations a little more than 6 months ago on July 3rd, 2020. And the key objective of our office is to provide ratepayers and parties that interact with the Public Utilities Regulatory Authority, PURA, an improved customer experience. So that's the main goal of our office. Our office is comprised of 3 different units. We have the Licensing and Certification Unit. We have the Mediation and Enforcement Unit. We also have the Education and Outreach Unit. And to be clear, Education and Outreach Unit is used interchangeably with Consumer Affairs. Speaking briefly about the different units in EOE, the Licensing and Certification Unit, which I mentioned. That unit processes and analyzes routine licensing and certification matters that are filed with PURA. Those matters include electric and water submetering applications. They include small cell antenna applications, so what people think of as 4G and 5G installations. They include fiber optic wireline cabling in the public rights of way as well, applications for that. They include other matters include renewable generation certification requests, electric supplier licensing applications and reviews when those are statutorily required, and natural gas seller registrations, and there are other things as well that the Licensing and Certification Unit takes a look at and reviews and sends to the authority for its approval. Briefly as well, we have the Mediation and Enforcement Unit. So that unit mediates disputes concerning matters related to regulated entities when that's possible or appropriate. We enforce and help enforce orders, regulations, and statutes that PURA is authorized to handle. And we also independently investigate any PURA regulated or licensed entity. So that is one piece of what EOE does in the Mediation and Enforcement Unit. And finally, Education and Outreach Unit, like I said, also known as Consumer Affairs. Generally, our Consumer Affairs Unit receives Connecticut ratepayer complaints, and we have a focus on providing timely resolution for complaints, and also providing relevant educational materials to assist the folks who have questions and have complaints, right? Because those educational materials may help resolve the complaint as well. We also produce and distribute and present educational materials through public forums such as this. So that is a very brief overview of the Office of Education, Outreach, and Enforcement, otherwise known as EOE, and I hope that is helpful to you. Thanks so much.